The man looked at his girlfriend sleeping peacefully on the couch. He was quite pleased with his performance the night before. Just as he was about to grab something to replenish his energy, a swarm of FBI agents burst through the door. They quickly tackled him to the ground and slapped handcuffs on him. Before long, the FBI discovered large amounts of ammunition and cash throughout his house. The man lost any chance of making bail. His father told him that if he pleaded guilty, he could get his sentence reduced by 5 years. But after the man entered his guilty plea, the judge sentenced him to 10 years on the spot. That's when they realized the whole thing had been a trap set by the prosecutor. The man was completely panicked, but his father assured him he would find a way to get him out. The man waited for what felt like forever, but his father never came. Instead, his stepmother showed up. She told him that his father had suffered a stroke from worrying about him so much. If the man couldn't get his sentence reduced, he would miss his last chance to see his father alive. Just when the man was feeling desperate, a CIA agent named Lauren approached Jimmy. She said she could get Jimmy's sentence reduced, but he would need to be transferred to another prison to find a serial killer named Ike. If he could successfully get Ike to reveal where 14 young women's bodies were buried, she would have Jimmy released immediately. Desperate to see his father as soon as possible, Jimmy agreed to Lauren's deal. He was quickly transported to the most terrifying psychiatric prison in the entire country. On the way, the agent filled him in on the details. Ike was a serial killer who could always confess to murder cases with incredible detail, but he always had a perfect alibi. He insisted that everything he described came to him in dreams. Because of this, the judge believed he had severe personality disorders and hadn't been able to convict Ike of his crimes yet. Jimmy's job was to become Ike's friend, get more details about Ike's crimes, and find out where he had buried the bodies. When Jimmy entered the prison, he discovered his cell had been placed directly across from Ike's. He tried to strike up a conversation with Ike, but Ike completely ignored him. Jimmy had no choice but to wait for the right opportunity. One day while they were watching TV, Jimmy was surprised to discover that Ike was extremely interested in crime shows. Just then, another inmate walked over and changed the channel. Jimmy knew this was his chance. He immediately walked over to the TV and switched it back to the crime show. The inmate angrily demanded to know why he had done that, but Jimmy responded by attacking him directly. He was quickly thrown into solitary confinement. When he was released, Ike actually approached him and started telling him about his tragic childhood experiences. Jimmy realized he was gradually getting closer to the truth.